say buddy reading it. It's part of the book club. No, it's not. And it was basically get 12 friends. 12 friends? 12 friends. We do, this is just like scam. This is an FPFPO.
I like to rap, but I sing a lot.
It is that time again where we do what we do and we try and create this thing called a TBR and potentially possibly try and stick to it. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Lisa. I read books sometimes and I have a teensy bit of an issue with setting myself exponentially large TBRs. I can't hit and finish, but we move. This year, currently, I'm partaking in a challenge. It wasn't created by me, it was an idea that was given to me by Tori, the lovely Tori. I will leave her social links below. Get 12 friends to pick a prompt and a book, and each month, pick one. So this is what we're doing today. So, first up, we are picking El Promptito and book that was selected by a friend. And I still haven't read the last 4 books that were picked by friends, but I will be reading 2 of those by the end of this month. So we're winning at some point. So this is Chloe from Chloe Reads Books. So Chloe picked These Violent Delights as my book, and the prompt was read smut. So I can read smut. One of those prompts I can fill quite easily. I don't know where I have put, because I do have These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends, question mark. Oh, they're down there. They're down there on the shelf. I'm not going to grab it now. CBA, so there's that. But the smutty prompt I already know is going to be the intimacy experiment. And this is not the kind of KU smut kind of smut, but I do know there'll be smut in this. It's Rosie Dannon. And if book 1 in this companion type series is anything to go by, I will love it. If you haven't read The Roommate, read it please. It's great. Rosie Dannon, if this is a hit, she's going to be an author author for me. So The Roommate was the first one, and this follows the character from the first book called Naomi, and it's called The Intimacy Experiment. I'm buddy reading it with Catherine and Jem, because we all 3 of us loved The Roommate. Give it 5 fucking dildos. And I'm just super excited to see where Naomi grows as a character. Naomi grew so much in the first book, so even though it's not like a series, I do suggest reading the first book so you can get an understanding a little bit of how Naomi is as a character, as a person. So yeah, I'll be reading this. This is going to be a buddy read that starts at the beginning of August, which will also work well for other things I am partaking in, and we will come to that in a second. So the next thing we're supposed to be doing is picking a Kindle book. And to be honest, I don't know why I keep doing this, because I have not read, look at all these Kindle books. I am not reading from my Kindle right now. Not these books anyway. So I just have a feeling I might delete them all from my Kindle and make space for some more books. Because I'm not getting to them. I can't even remember what half of these are. And this is That Moment When by A.M. some word I cannot pronounce because I don't know my own handwriting. That person there. Again, no idea. No idea whatsoever what that's about. If I can find a picture, it'll go here. There we go. Things I'm taking part in this month. Well, first week of the month we have Camp Spoopathon, and I love the little map that's been made, and there's this cute little map. Can you see it's in here? Yeah. I'll be sticking this in my little journal and going through the prompts. If you want a full lowdown of what the prompts are and that kind of thing, I will leave everything linked down below. But I'm going to pull some things up on my phone and I'm going to try and fit these books here into a spoopathon, which is going to be in the first week. But also I'm taking part in Witchathon, which is the second round, which is run by Sam, the yarn reader. I will leave her socials down below as well. And I'm also taking part in Magical Readathon, the autumn equinox. I am going to, and I keep saying this, but I am going to at some point do a full breakdown of my characters and how they've gotten on so far, but I'm going to wait until the end of the autumn equinox, so it could be like character curation / first year of Aurelium situation is how I'm going to do it. There is a lot to go into with that readathon, and I just don't have the time to do it in one TBR video because you will get bored. Alright, so if you want to take part in Witchathon, we have a bingo board situation. You could choose whatever you want to be in. You could choose a coven, or you could be a solo witch. I chose solo witch. I'm going to stretch the prompts as much as possible to fit around the books that I'm reading. I'm going to do that with all the readathons that I'm taking part in this month. I'm a bit gutted that spoopathon is only a week, but this is just Camera Spoopathon, because the actual spoopathon is obviously in October. So let me just pull up the information. Okay, so the basics of it is you're at a camp and you need to get to the spook's cabin and avoid the killers, basically. So the rules: each prompt is worth 25 points. Bonus prompt is also worth 25 points. You can stack the prompts per book if you want, and so you can double up, triple up, stack the prompts onto one book. Take one of two paths, and each path has a murderer on it. You need a set amount of points to get past the murderers, so you can kill them instead of them killing you. But that is the only thing. Other than that, you can choose whatever you want. But like I said, it is only a week long. I do work full time, so the likelihood I'm just gonna try and get through it once is my whole goal. The bonus prompts are queer representation, set in summer, recommended to you, reading one day, and a buddy read. Those are the prompts for that I'm trying to fill. And as we go along with the books I'm going to try and read, I will fill this in. I already know that this is going to fit a prompt because it's a buddy read prompt, so that's good. That we're winning on that one. Another thing that I'm also kind of buddy reading, but it's more of a book club pick, which is Into the Crooked Place. This is mine and Jem's podcast book club pick, and we are excited to read this because we both liked To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, and this is, I think this is the first book in the duology. I think the second one in this is The City of Spells, but it's a bit chunky. I say chunky, how many pages is it? It's 460 pages. It's an ish chunk. Another thing I'm excited to take part in, which is going to be my main focus for this month. If you've watched me for any length of time, you'll know I love my indie books. I'm friends and I talk to quite a few indie authors. I've been sent a number of books over the past couple of months by authors to read and review, and I just think that trying to promote, the same with small businesses, I will promote small businesses just as I would do indie authors, and I think that the more that we can promote them, the better. One of my favourite indie authors that really got me into like researching more about indie authors was KJ Sutton, who wrote the Fortune of Swan series. So this has been on my TBR for the last 3 months since it came out, but Beautiful Nightmares. Well, not since it came out, for the last 3 months since I got it. Beautiful Nightmares. I will be reading this as part of my Indie August. She's an indie author, my favourite indie author. One of my favourite authors, full stop. Let's just not put indie in front of that. One of my favourite authors, full stop. I was so tempted to reread the full Fortune of Swan series, but I don't think that I could break myself all over again that much in that short space of time, because I already know that this is going to break me. So we move. So this is going to be one book that I pick up this month, 100% for definite. I'm going to pick this book up because I've got the physical copy of this. I don't have a physical copy of the other one. I'm going to pop it here. But I'm going to read finished reading, because I started. I might as well go back to the beginning of Darkness and Light, to be honest. I'm going to read Darkness and Light by Ryan Cahill, and I'm going to try and get through the novella as well, so then I can be all caught up and ready for when War and Ruin comes out. It doesn't come out until December-ish time, I think, but I want to make sure that I'm caught up. And this is the perfect time to do that. I will be individually posting, or trying to post individual like snapshots on my Instagram of the books that I'm picking up this month, and I will leave links down to where you can buy them. Most of them, if not all of them, are available on Amazon. Some of these are available on Kindle Unlimited, so you can try them out before you have to buy the physical copies, because I know that some books are more expensive when they are in date, so there's that option for you to get them on Kindle Unlimited as well. But yeah, so there's that one. I'm gonna try and fit this into as many prompts as I can on the Solar Witch board. So it will go for a fantasy, it will go for a witchy book, it will go for flowers on the cover, because I think there are flowers on her dress. So there will go flowers on the cover. It's over 300 pages. We'll just say this was smoky. I might get away with this at the top. It's a bit smoky. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to try and get it on smoky. I'm going to go with powerful read, because I think this is going to give me all the emotions. So that fits quite a few Witchathon promptitos. And another one that I'm taking part in is a magical readathon. And I'm just going to have a double check to see what prompts it can fit for this. I do have 2 characters for this, but luckily when I picked, I didn't know this picking their calling, but they only have to get the basic level to pass. So again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, so there's ordinary, qualified and distinguished, and that's, yeah, I've have to read 1, 2 or 3 books per class that you take, and I have 2 characters, so I was a bit worried about the amount of books I have to pick. But so this could tick off 1 prompt from Magical Readathon for one of my characters, which is an L on the cover. I could also tick off start a book with a drink, and for that I can only tick off 2 prompts, but it's still 2 prompts. That's good. Next books I want to pick up, I need to finish this. And again, this has been on my TBR since February. I was buddy reading this with Chelsea. We are both really bad at finishing this, but I will finish this. 200 pages left. I'm going to sit down. This is a physical read, and it's not that I wasn't enjoying this. It's not going to be a 5 stars, but I was really enjoying this. But it is a physical read, and I slumped from like March onwards, really. I've not been up for physical reads, and especially with the writing being so small. This is Illborn by Daniel T. Jackson. It does have a lot of religious content in it, so if religion in books is not your thing, it might not be for you. But if you like high fantasy, you like a bit of political intrigue, you like a little bit of romance, but not too heavy on the romance, this will be for you. If you don't mind a physical chunky read, again, this one is really good. But I'm going to finish this. Another one that I've been left unfinished, Cold from the North by D.W. Ross. He has already got book 2 out, due to bring book 3 out. I need to catch up with this series. From what I've read so far from Cold from the North, I am really enjoying it. I just, again, until he brought the audiobook out, was it this month? Or yeah, the audiobook only came out this month, I think, and I wasn't really feeling physical reads, which is why I've been struggling to get to my TBRs. So yeah, this is going to be on my TBR as well. Another indie author. I don't know why I need to keep saying this. I don't need to keep saying this, but yeah. The next up, we have The Sorcerer Within by Will Rice. This was sent to me for review. This was submitted for the SPFBO competition for indie authors. I asked anyone who was submitting their books for SPFBO to link me to their books, and I would go check some of them out, and Will offered to send me a copy of his book. So I'm really excited to get to this. It has magic, sorcerers. Why would I not enjoy it? But I will be giving a full review on this because it was sent to me for review. So you'll see this coming in August. Next up we have Blind the Eyes by Kay Wiggins. I am really excited to read. These are the new covers that they've got. This is so cute. And this is the first of the series. The other books in the series are out. They are getting new covers. This was sent to me for review. So I will be reading this and doing a full like video little review. And I will review this on my Instagram as well. But I'm really excited to get to this. The premise sounds great. I'll read the back to you. It says, in a drowned city, on the edge of the sea lives a girl in a tower. Cole is nobody. One more haunted drone among the grey, spiritless... One more haunted drone among the grey, spiritless masses, until her dreary future is stolen, and her quest to take revenge uncovers ghosts, betrayals, and her own bloody past. Can you say any more than that? Intrigue. Intrigue. Next up, another review copy I was sent. This is Flames and Mirror by Claire Harmon. How amazing is this cover? And this will go for a prompt with just a single item on the cover, I think, or an item as a main focus. This is the exact same cover on the ARC copy as it is on the finished copy, but Flames and Mirror is on the titles on the front. I prefer it like this, just like the bare bones cover, and having the title along the side. I am so excited to read this. This came out in July. This was sent to me like after, I think. This was sent to me after it came out. It was offering a giveaway from ARCs, so I won one and I'm excited. So next up, LL McRae. So this short's called LL McNeil. I have mentioned this before. These are the old covers. They are getting rewritten and revamped and brought out in hardback, I think. But this is the World of Lunaria book 1, and this is called Marauder. I'm going to read the back to you because Ella McRae likes dragons, and you'll see why. So it says, because Ella McRae likes dragons, she's got them in this book, and then his next series, starting with the Iron Crown, is called Dragon Spirit series. So, like, why would I not want to pick this up? I'm so excited. So I'm buddy reading this with Becca and Catherine, because Catherine got copies of this with me when we went to Yalk, and we got it down in LFCC, and Becca's had a copy for a while, so me, Catherine and Becca all got our copies at Yalk. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm going to read the back to you. If one dragon burned, never sighed to the ground in a single night, how would Lunaria fare if 100 laid siege to our worlds? Marauder's life is thrown into turmoil after she is publicly arrested. Her city is destroyed and she narrowly escapes the chaos on a Sky Pirates airship. Sky Pirates. Can't wait. But she finds no salvation outside the blackened city walls. A vigilante from an exiled race has left a trail of destruction everywhere his growing army travel. With compulsion at his fingertips, he strengthens his hold over Lunaria's people by stealing the power of dragons. It's only a matter of time before she too is forced to submit. With war nipping at her heels and danger lurking in her companions and adversaries, Marauder must quickly learn about herself, her world, and the dragons so intent on reducing it all to ash. Yeah! So excited. So the last physical read that I would like to get to, there's going to be the biggest ask of the month. Can you see? Oh my god. This book is actually only 750 words. No. It's only 750 pages. But this is We Break Immortals by... This is We Break Immortals by Thomas Howard Riley. And what is this? This is such a floppy book, but I swear to God this could still break a head. Could cause some cracks in some skulls. This just had me like... He tweets about updates on his books and his characters, and he's just such a funny guy to follow on Twitter. I saw his tweet, was it Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic? I think she shared one of his tweets once, and was like, I saw that she'd got it, I was going to get it, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I'm going to read the little bit at the top to you, because the back is like a massive synopsis, which you don't all need to hear, but this just grips me. It says, a drug addict who hunts sorcerers, the most renowned swordsman no one has ever heard of, and a thieving magic-wielding woman hell-bent on revenge collide during a last-ditch effort to stop an insane superhuman serial killer from making himself a god. I mean, what? That sounds it. I have not read a word of this book. I don't even know if I'm going to like it, but by the sounds of it, I'm going to have a wild ride. A drug addict who hunts sorcerers, magic-wielding woman, hell-bent on revenge, and a renowned swordsman who no one has ever heard of. Sounds like there's going to be banter, and I'm here for it, but also I know well in advance that there is going to be pain in this book, because again, his Twitter and some of the reviews I've seen. So there are the physical reads that I'm going to be getting to this month, hopefully. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Lisa, that's not a lot of books for you. That's a reasonable TBR for a normal, sane human being. I don't know what you were talking about earlier. Well, you don't know about the e-books, do you? I'm going to quickly show you these. So the ones at the top are the ones that I want to get to, because I've downloaded, because they are part of SPFBO, and they submitted their books for SPFBO, and I've said that I want to read them. Some of them I've downloaded on KU myself, some of them have been sent to me, but either way I would like to get to them for that reason. The rest are just books by authors I would like to read from. So, first one, A Touch of Light by Tiago Abdallah. I was sent this as a copy to review, so I would like to review it, and I would like to read it this month. I think as many of these as possible I'm going to try and get on audiobooks as well, even the ebooks, because I'm still not in a mood where I can physically read too much. And I've got something happening in the second week of August, which video coming soon, and I am hoping that within that time I am not at work. You're wonky. I can read a bit more in the month. So, Army of the Curse by Karen Solomon. I will leave it here. Really cool cover. Really exciting premise. I'm not going to go through the synopses of every single one of these, because we will be here all day. So, The Seventh Cadence by Jim Wilborn. This is an SPFBO submission, and I downloaded this off KU, so I want to read this. Hag of the Hills by JTT Ryder. I was sent this as a review copy, so again, I'm going to be prioritising this, trying to get to it. I think all of these are adult, but I'm going to go on the side of caution and say yes, they are adult. So just be wary of these going in if you want to read any of them. Okay? So, next up is Bloody Spade by Brittany M. Willows. I had already added this to my want to buy because the cover... Can we just look at the cover? I mean, what the frick? She had to send me a copy in an ebook, so I was like, hell yes. I was going to buy the paper copy anyway, so if I like it, I can just buy the paper copy as well. So the next one is Owen Rising by O.J. Barr. I think it's Barr or Barry. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Never heard it being pronounced. But I'm going to put the cover here. This is another one that's been sent to me for review. The other one was Gerzel by Anonymous. He's offered to send me a review copy of Baden Hill, which is like an arc for that's due out soon, and also send me a copy for review of Gerzel, which is the first in the series. However, due to supply and shipping and whatnot, it did say 4 to 5 weeks from the time we last spoke. So it might not be here in time. If it is here before the end of August, it will be getting read in August. If not, you know, again, because they were gifted for review, I will be reading them in September, fingers crossed. Next up is Blind Eyes by K.A. Wiggins. I just showed you that one. The other one is Sorcerer Within. I've showed you that one. Light Blade by Zamil Akhtar. Can we just take a look at this cover? Zamil is one who has also written a series prior to this, and it's a gunmetal series, I think. Don't quote me on the name of it, but he has written a series prior to this. But I saw this and the cover was stunning. If I enjoy this book, I am getting a physical copy, because some of these covers, I mean, the artist is just incredible. It's so good. And then the next one is Voice of War by Zach Argyle. I wasn't sent this for review, but I was gifted an audio book version of this to listen to. I do have Gurzel on audio, so I might try and listen to that if I can. Depending on how it reads, I might need the physical in front of me. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Yeah, those are the ones that I'm definitely going to try and get to. Those are going to be like my priority reads. In total, I've still only got about 15 to 16 books on my TBR in total. So that's still not a lot, but that's not counting books that I'm going to have to try and fit in to fit my Magical Readathon TBR. Like I said, I want to sort out all my books and prompts for Magical Readathon TBR properly. Just wanted to give you an overview of what I'm reading and what I can link it up for. So yeah, that's like an overview, like a kind of TBR situation. Like I said, I'm gonna write it all out and I will let you know. But I'm excited for August. Like I said, there's gonna be quite a few days where I am not at work and I am gonna be not able to do much of anything. So I will get a lot of reading time within those few days. So I'm gonna head off. Thank you for watching. If you like to see more of me and see my TBRs, see my videos, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Also, if you have any indie authors that you recommend, please let me know in the comments or on my socials. I will leave that linked down below as well. I think that's everything. If I missed something, it's typical me. It is what it is. But I will see you all very soon. I've just realised I've already forgotten something. Me and Hattie are buddy reading Empire of Gold. So that's the other book that I missed off. And no, that's not a 600 odd page book. Shh, bye. Editing Lisa here. I've also missed off my own bloody read-along book, The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab. V. Schwab. We are reading that as part of Schwabalong, which starts in August. I'll leave it all linked down below. Hosted by myself, Gemma from Bookish Gems, and Tori. You know who Tori is. And I also forgot to let you know that I'm taking part in Polathon. Polathon is a month-long readathon hosted by Jade from Jade Reads. She normally does just a February round, and it's normally a week long, but this time she's doing a month-long Polathon, and the rules are very, very basic, which I love, for the fact that I'm also taking part in quite a few others as well. And it's literally every 100 pages you get a fish, and it's just a fun little, it's called the fishing tournament challenge thing, I think. I will leave all the information and the announcement video links down below so you can get the details on that. But I will also be taking part in Polathon, but there's no prompts to fill for Polathon, so it's actually going to be quite easy to fulfill that. And given the amount of pages and books I want to read, the page count and the amount of fish I collect will hopefully go a long way. Also, there is a charitable side of the Polathon, which I think is amazing, and I will leave those details linked down below. Jade explains it in her video. So if you also want to donate to charity and take part in a fun readathon, then Polathon is the way to go. But yeah. There's probably something else that I missed as well, but we vibe. Bye. I also missed out Arc August, which is being hosted by Tori. I will leave that link down below as well. I will be reading some arcs, but some of the books I will be reading will be books for review. So I will leave all the details for Tori linked below as well. go check her out. She's lovely, and I love the concept of Arc August. So, oh god, I think this is the last thing. I think. Okay, bye.